doing inquiry through the Buddhist 10 theta model for the last couple of years.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I've been looking at desire and ill will, like wanting and not wanting, and reactions. But like since we talked last week, I just find, well, I'm not creating the reaction, it's just happening, so why should the reaction not happen at all, which is the aim of when that theta is broken. You don't react anymore, like there's no like emotional charge, you don't feel that anymore, and it just doesn't make as much sense to me anymore.
Sounds a bit bland to me.
Yeah, and it's just I feel like it's kept me seeking.
Yeah.
Because you're going through this issue and that issue and how does it feel and blah blah blah. And
yeah, the at the root of that, it's seeking an outcome, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're in a constant state of becoming, not being.
Yeah.
If you're seeking an outcome,
yeah,
you're in a constant state of becoming. Like, eventually I'll reach this place where I just won't react.
Yeah, and yeah, there's that, and then there's like, well, even if the theta is broken, so to speak, there's still 5 more until you're fully awakened. And I'm like, really? Now I'm like, yeah.
So is that just around not reacting to negative things or not reacting to everything?
Well, it seems to be not reacting to negative things, but I guess it's just like not pushing and pulling at experience. But like I find that I'm not really I'm not feeling so much resistance anyway. Yeah, I'm not seeing so much of a problem with there being resistance, but yeah, I still like to look at it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if that's what seems to be happening at the moment, yeah, you're looking at that.
Yeah.
Then okay, that's what's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
It's okay. It really is okay. Yeah. When somebody's ready, when somebody's ready, that's certainly not what I talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've noticed, and I resonate so much with your pointings, and they're so direct, and you can see the truth so quickly. But yeah, just this other inquiry just seems like spinning my wheels and not going anywhere.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift.
I do.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know,
Yeah.
you'll be interested in the other inquiry until you're not.
Yeah.
It's okay. See, we can go on peeling the onion, peeling each little thin slither of skin off the onion, which is what we're doing when we're inquiring into the me, but inquiring into the me in such a way as we're wanting to improve it or achieve something or get something or indeed let go of something. Okay? That's just peeling at the onion skin, hoping that one day we're going to get to the core. Yeah. Whereas what I teach is just grab the whole plant by the base of the stem and pull the whole plant out by the root and throw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're peeling that onion skin is okay. I did it. I totally did it until I realized, oh, there was just a shift. There was just a shift away from doing that. Now, did I seemingly benefit in some way from peeling the onion skin? Yes. Yes. Yeah. Me did. So there was a more stable me. There was a more accepting me. There was a more responsible me. There was a more understanding me. There was a more compassionate me. Yeah. But I was still in a state of wanting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the me, this whole notion of a me, it lives in the world of duality. Just does. Which means it's swinging between polaric points all the time. Wouldn't matter how good the me got, there's always room for improvement.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's never satisfied, and it can't be because of that dualistic or polaric behavior or conditioning or ideas. Yeah. And when a person's ready, they see that for themselves. They see that. Yeah. And then they'll hear somebody like me come along or somebody else, doesn't matter. They'll hear somebody like me come along and go, well, look, yep, that's all fine and dandy. I've got good news and bad news for you. The bad news is you're never going to be satisfied with whatever it is you do with the me. You'll never be satisfied. You might feel a bit better, yep, no doubt about it, yep, but you'll never be satisfied. Yeah. So that's the bad news. And the good news is there's not a me there. There's literally one there. Yeah. And that can be very affronting to some people until they're ready to hear this. Yeah. And a person doesn't choose to be ready to hear this. They'll hear it and it will either resonate for them or it won't. And if it won't, they'll go off and do a bit more work on their me. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Then other people will hear it and all the lights go on and you just go, oh my God. There's an inner truth or an inner knowing that rises up in you and just says, this is it. This is it. And that's what occurred for me, And the irony was I didn't even know what it was. but I was so drawn. Yeah. And then it was, me trying to get my head around this stuff. How do I get my head around this? And the more and more and more you're exposed, the more you see the false. The more you see the false, the false notions, the false ideas, the false beliefs. You just start to see that. You just do, which is what is sounding like is happening for you. And we wonder why, as me's, we walk around unfulfilled, unhappy, not content, wanting more. It's because we're constantly trying to appease or fill a me, and there's not one there.
Yeah, no wonder it's not successful.
Yeah. So it's all just, to me, it's just a pattern of thoughts. That's all it is. Reacting to other patterns of thoughts. That's all that's going on. Whenever there's resistance, tension, anxiety, any of that stuff, it's just thoughts in conflict with one another. That's all. There's no you, there's no person there that's actually in conflict. It's not like there's a person there and the person is in conflict with all the thoughts that rattle around in the head each day. There's not a person there. All that is ever happening is there's a pattern of thoughts that creates the seeming person, But the creation, but the creation in and of itself is only a pattern of thoughts. That's all.
Yes.
That's all it is. That's why when people go looking for the me, they can't find it.
Yeah.
We assume we actually assume it's a thing. Like your phone that you're looking at the moment is a thing. We assume that literally that the me is, it's a thing. It's an entity. And we never ever once consider to actually check that out. Let's have a look actually and see where it is and what it is, because we're not taught to do that. Nobody knows to actually do that. And when you start doing that, you become a bit, like, I don't know about you, but I was gobsmacked that I'd never even considered to look. And then when I did start to look and I started to see the falseness of everything, I was like, oh my God, everyone's walking around like this. Everyone's walking around like this. And it's amazing that there aren't more people saying, oi, shouting it from the rooftops. Have a look. Where is your me? Shouting it. And
Yeah.
it's it's so, it's like, what would you call it? Mass hallucination that's going on. And because everybody is hallucinating the same thing, it's considered norm. The normal. The norm. Yeah. So the hard thing to see and come to really see, is that all me is a pattern of thoughts.